One of the most impactful things that you can do to become a better runner, to improve, to change your mindset about the sport, is to simply connect with a lot of other runners, to really become an engaged member of the running community. Now, of course, it's been really hard right now with not only winter here in the United States, but the pandemic. We're not hanging around with other runners nearly as much as we used to be. We're not going to those big races. A lot of those group runs are canceled, and a lot of us are finding that we're training alone. And I recently had a conversation with Michael Crowley. He's an anthropologist. He just wrote an amazing book, Out of Thin Air, about the running culture in Ethiopia. And it's funny, in Ethiopia, running by yourself is often seen as this very antisocial behavior, because in Ethiopia, it's an extremely social sport. And they understand that if you want to become a better runner, if you want running to change you so that you become someone who's capable of things that today you're not capable of, they understand that you must train with other people. You must surround yourself with other runners, connect with that community, because they will change your perspectives on running, your mindset about training and what's impossible. So if you're someone who's maybe been doing a lot of their running alone, you don't get a lot of help or support or ask questions about your training or goals, now is a great time to start, because surrounding yourself with other runners who can push you forward, keep you accountable, is a massive performance multiplier for any runner. Now, of course, there aren't any local group runs right now, probably where you are, unless you're in New Zealand, because of the pandemic. Now, that doesn't mean there aren't other opportunities to connect with runners. So I want to give you 3 ways that you can get more engaged in the running community, and maybe, hopefully, this summer, if things continue to go well, we can hopefully all get together in person ourselves. First, why don't you join Team Strength Running's Strava group? We have an unofficial Team Strength Running group. You can search for it on Strava. And that way you can follow along with other members of the strength running community and see what they're training for, how they're training, how well they're training. And I think it'd be an amazing way to get feedback on your runs, to support others. And you can also see what kind of running I'm doing. Now, I also have 2 other opportunities for those runners who are maybe getting their vaccination soon and are comfortable with an in-person event this summer. I am actually involved with 2 in-person running camps in Boulder, Colorado this summer that I'm really excited about. The first one is your Elevate Running Camp, and I'll include a link to this in the description. But this is a camp in Boulder in July. I believe it's July 8th through the 11th. And you know, Boulder is one of the most beautiful places in the entire country to run. You have access to the mountains and some of the most beautiful trails in the United States. So if you're someone who can make it to Colorado in July, I'm not sure if I'm actually going to be able to make it to this camp because I might be traveling with my family. But if I'm not, I'm definitely going to be there at the Elevate Running Camp in July. Now, there's another camp, Endeavor Run, that is happening in August. Now, I'm definitely going to be at the Endeavor Run camp, and if you're someone who can make it, it'd be amazing to hang out in person. We can talk all kinds of shop, and maybe I'll be recording some videos or podcasts there at the camp that you can potentially be a part of. But this is another Boulder, Colorado camp. I think it's just an amazing opportunity to get out here and experience some of the best running that Colorado has to offer, some of the best running that the entire country has to offer. And what I love about running camps is that from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep, you are immersed in the culture of running. Not only are you going to be going on runs with other folks, maybe we're going to be doing 2 runs in a day. I know that sounds intimidating, but the second one is going to be pretty easy. But the other great part of these camps is that you're going to be exposed to new training ideas, new runners, and new coaches who can all give you different perspectives on the sport. So it's not only an incredible way of inspiring yourself, of staying motivated about your training, but it's a wonderful education opportunity. And you guys know how I'm very fond of saying that knowledge is a competitive advantage. The more you know about the sport, the better decisions you're going to be able to make about your training, about your recovery, about how you structure your season, the way that you stay healthy and treat any niggles that come along the way. The more you know about that process of improvement, the better you're going to be able to structure your own training. So I'm going to put links to those two camps and also to Team Strength Running's Strava group underneath this video. And I encourage you to get involved, no matter what that is. If that's a different Strava group or a different camp, it doesn't really matter to me, as long as you are becoming a more engaged member of the running community. We are welcoming, we are here to support you, and we want you to succeed.